So he came to his village here in Leribe, Mcnutt. He took his family and came back to Leribe, Mcnutt, where he actually now started to think about the method and the system that could suit the Basotho people, especially in agriculture, to be able to grow things for themselves, to be able to sell them where possible, but most of all, to have something to feed to their children and improve the livelihoods of their households. So he did this. For 13 years, he carried out research on a system that he thought could help, could suit the conditions that prevailed in Lesotho then, especially to help the women folk, because those were the people where he had realized were suffering most. So he came out after the 13 years of research, where he dedicated and sacrificed his time to find out what could be done for his people. After 13 years, he came up with a Machobane Farming System, which system actually is a system based on the use of locally available material for people to use in farming, not only in farming, and also based on mutual help of community, what we call in Sesotho Matsema. Matsema is a cultural way of people in villages, rural areas, for helping themselves, especially in their activities of farming. For example, during harvesting and in the fight against maybe a sporadic disease spread, locusts, for example, so that people should work together. Yes. He based his system on that, some of the system on that. And he also came up with some sort of knowledge which we call here in Lesotho his philosophy, Machobane's philosophy. He did not only look at how people can grow food, grow crops and feed their children, but he also looked at the social aspect of the living of the people in respective villages, communities, and Lesotho as a whole. So he came out with the philosophy, and during his research, the 13-year research that he carried out to find out what could be done for his people, he learned a lot of things. First of all, he found that knowledge is the key to which can be used to the improvement of the livelihood of people. And he also realized, I found out, that knowledge is true. You go to school to learn, you go to your parents teach you something, but somehow knowledge is something that is almost born with an individual, which he called knowledge. Maybe in other terms we could call it talent, but he called it knowledge. And this knowledge, he said, does not only belong to the human being as a creation of God, it belongs even to other creatures. And we can learn something from birds, how they live. We can learn something from ants, how they live, their social activities as ends, and maybe the accumulation of these knowledges, underlined knowledges, could help us improve our way of living. That's why, in the long run, he said that we should respect every creation of God. Not only the human being, but all that God has created. We should respect it and take care of them.